Ladies and gentlemen, on May 24th, an Australian wild turkey turned a Gold Coast cafe into a personal battleground.
Wow. That's a tornado.
Off the coast of Miramar Beach in Florida, a waterspout moved inland from the sea, turning a peaceful day on the beach into chaos in just seconds.
Wow.
On the Tibetan Plateau, melting permafrost has caused massive mud flows down the mountain slopes. When the frozen ground suddenly softens, gravity quickly takes over. Controlled blasting at quarries can sometimes destabilize the surrounding soil and rock. In Bosnia, a planned blast unexpectedly caused a massive landslide.
Look at all the people's stuff. Oh my.
I've always been curious to know the current age of my audience and what simple hobbies have become a part of their retirement lifestyle. A helicopter rescue in Arizona has garnered attention as rescuers pulled an injured female climber out of a treacherous canyon.
Oh, 好危险，好危险！我操！
Clearly, disinfectant powders have their own agenda, ladies and gentlemen. One wrong spoonful, and they'll start a chemical protest.
On the scene.
According to the London Fire Brigade, the fire affected a ground floor shop and a storage area behind it, creating thick smoke that enveloped the surrounding residential area.
There's a third one? Here comes another one. He's like, you don't want no smoke.
Sometimes the best entertainment show is happening right outside your window.
Wonder if it's the same from last year, just bigger.
Size doesn't matter, at least not in the opinion of this dog in Montana.
We're gonna die. We're actually gonna die. Holy heck! I think that's just the mom running back and forth in there. Thank you, baby. Yes, the door's open for you guys.
It seems the flock of birds chose the wrong secret apartment that day, and the family unexpectedly became an emergency rescue team for the winged residents.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Has this phenomenon occurred in your area before? Please tell me where you're from.
Oh my god.
Park it anywhere!
Lady out of there.
Mother Nature appeared in Miller County like a grumpy landlord demanding overdue rent. Hopefully, after seeing this moment, you'll go check your roof. Dropping the anchor late is like paying your property tax on the very last day.
Quería un avión de transición de la hélice al reactor, ya en ese momento estaban ya empezando a llegar de caza bombardeo.
¡Hostia!
A YouTube, no.
I've seen adults struggle with ladders at hardware stores, yet these little bears climb trees as if they own the whole forest, and the neighborhood committee has already approved the plan. Comment number 9, if you've ever had a bad day at work. I bet someone had to spend the next hour explaining everything extremely carefully to the insurance company. That battery pack reacted no differently than a laptop after 15 consecutive updates without a single day off. Some people have wondered why these girls were given driver's licenses.
Oh.
Take care, bro. Take care. Your bike. Your bike.
That's why rescue teams often have to use huge amounts of water just to control the temperature. Seeing the Smithtown Library flooded reminds us that time and water leave marks that no book can erase. The Masaccio ferry narrowly avoided a serious accident in Stromboli, Sicily. Thanks to quick reflexes and a bit of luck, all 117 passengers made it safely ashore despite rough seas. Every family has a garage where everyone dreads backing out their car. It's like an obstacle course designed by someone who underestimates the size of modern vehicles. In the past, people learned safety lessons from experience and near misses. Oh my, even sturdy structures have their limits when the atmosphere in central Oklahoma decides to act out. The AK-1-3 Aircopter is no ordinary helicopter. It uses a car engine, regular gasoline, and can fly continuously for nearly 3 hours at a speed of 180 kilometers per hour, a sophisticated combination of aviation and automotive engineering. Objects in parking lots can turn into flying objects, and even parked cars aren't always safe when the atmosphere is turbulent. Even homes at the foot of mountains aren't always safe, demonstrating the critical importance of hazard mapping and proper site selection in mountainous or volcanic regions. Based on your experience, what do you think caused this explosion? Thank God everyone is safe. A powerful storm in northern Europe destroyed scaffolding in Denmark, demonstrating the terrifying power of gusty winds. Oh no! A violent storm swept through Coahuila, Mexico on March 15th, raining hailstones larger than tennis balls. Many cars and roofs were damaged, and the storm continued into Texas. Watching the storm sweep through Pensacola Beach reminds us how quickly life can be turned upside down. A typical day in Bulgaria. We spend lavishly on home upgrades, but sometimes the universe reminds us that even the most luxurious table isn't immune to chaos.
It's hailing. Look at that. That's like pea-sized hail. God! Holy. Look at that pea-sized hail.
Los Gatos was hit by hailstones the size of peas on May 27th, turning the garden into a frozen landscape.
Wow.
Paris experienced record-breaking heat on May 27th. Canals became temporary reliefs from the heat, but the high temperatures also increased the risk of heat stroke and accidents on the urban waterways.
Oh, dude.
What kind of snake is this?
I don't want him to go back in there.
Yeah, you'll never come out of it.
He's like, dude. Oh my God.
A big-headed sea turtle has just made its first nest of the year at Myrtle Beach State Park. Watching this endangered species perform its ancient rhythm, we see that nature is full of surprises. Traffic safety experts recommend that regular maintenance of the braking system, accelerator, pedal, and engine is crucial. In many areas of the Philippines, complex traffic conditions and the high density of motorcycles, trucks, and public transportation sharing the same road space increase the risk of collisions. Especially in remote parks like Murchison Falls, Uganda, drivers should be vigilant as elephants often cross the road unexpectedly. Have you ever witnessed something like this in Texas? What do you think is the most common cause of chain reaction accidents at intersections? Even seemingly stable surfaces can collapse, reminding everyone to always be vigilant, especially near old structures or infrastructure. That's certainly not the kind of open roof upgrade the homeowner wanted. If Spielberg were filming Rush Hour in Bristol, this lane change would be the highlight. Motherly love is always present. By taking advantage of this, we can study and relocate them safely without causing harm.
Dinner's served, bitch!
The Celerio that day probably just wanted to get acquainted with the BMW 6 GT, but chose a rather expensive way to greet it. Just looking at this scene is enough to give many people a headache, because washing or cleaning up afterward will certainly be a significant challenge. Signs such as stinging eyes, loss of concentration, constant yawning, or difficult staying in lane are clear warnings that the driver needs to stop and take a break immediately. If this clip deserves a place in your favorite moments, a like and a subscription would be a huge boost to our motivation.